Okay, welcome to your weekly Tarotscope. We're going to do things a little bit different this week, starting from now on. We're going to go from today, I'm going to do Monday through Friday. Okay, and then on Fridays, I'm going to do Saturday through Monday because I'm doing the recap videos for social media so y'all can keep up with everything and have a reminder. And for me to have to record videos and put them out on Monday and get all that stuff done, it's a lot. That way, also, if something were to happen, you still have that day. You have that reading. So today, we're going to do an extended one, which is Monday through Friday. And then on Friday, we're going to do Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Okay? Makes sense? Off to a new week? Yeah. Any tower moments? Well, here's the thing about the tower. Like I said, I felt like it was going to be more of a collective thing on Sunday, and we had the Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl can be seen as a tower moment where somebody overtakes, one team overtakes the other. So it can be that. It can be something that you dramatically experience, a different experience, I guess you could say. It's different for everybody, but yeah. Good morning. It was the most amazing weekend. Good, Jennifer. I love to hear that. I had a great weekend too. I got to meet up with John Edward and go to his event, which was awesome. If John Edward is ever coming to your town or near you, I highly recommend you go because the readings that he gave were incredible. The advice that he gives is lovely, and it was just a really great event. So I definitely recommend that. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to balance the heart chakra with this singing bowl. The singing bowl is attuned to the frequency of the heart chakra. The reason why we focus on the heart chakra here on Mondays is because this is where we put everything, right there in the heart. It's where we hold our anxiety and all that stuff. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that it's operational because this is the guidance. This is like the gatekeeper between our higher selves and our human selves. Okay, so we want to make sure that it's nice and open and operating as it should. Okay, so all you do as the bowl is singing, you just listen to it and you just breathe. Okay, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Just take a few seconds for yourself. Okay, it lasts a few seconds. You can do this, right? Obviously, if you're driving, don't do it. Wait until you get back or you're parked and you can listen to the replay. Okay, so here we go. That was loud. Just breathe. Now let's all collectively take one super deep breath in. Expand your rib cage, expand your lungs, pick up all that heaviness, all the anxiety, everything, and then blow it out quickly. And just let it go. Okay? Brand new week, new energy. We have Venus moving into Pisces tomorrow, and we have Saturn moving into Aries on Friday the 13th. Good morning, Domingo. So let's get our fairy blessing. Then we're going to look at the divination book to find out what our overall message is. And then y'all are going to pick which tarot deck that I use, and then we'll get into Oracle, okay? So if this is your first time coming to the weekly Tarotscope, welcome. This is where you can ask questions. This is a collective Tarotscope. We are not doing private readings. If you need a private reading, TikTok, it's linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked down in the description. Okay, so I'm looking back and forth between TikTok and YouTube, in case you're wondering. So feel free to ask questions about tarot, numerology, spirituality, all the things, because again, I like this to be a conversation instead of you just listening to me yap. All right, so let's get our overall fairy blessing. What is our fairy blessing for this week? Oh, the blessing of the unseelie. Number 2. Okay, I'm going to read this to you so you get the full message. I'll set these over here. All right. A blessing of the unseelie, the fairy gift of following your true heart from the worthy rebels of the unseelie court. The gift of the unseelie is the gift of the rebellious one, the one who defies and one who does not go with the flow. In fairy lore, the unseelie are sometimes considered dangerous, but their blessing is this: you are not born to appease and to concede, to give way always before forces that consume and control. I mean, how freaking appropriate, right? You were born to be free, to decide who you are meant to be for yourself, and the unseelie's gift and blessing to you is that reminder. And this means that in this moment, there is something you must say no to. Say no to the forces that would ask you to do something that you feel is wrong. Say no to staying quiet when there is an injustice. Say no to going along, to getting along and stand alone, if you must, in the renegade nature of the unseelie. So what this is saying is be the rebel, right? But as we've talked about in the past, the rebel, the true rebel, is not stupid. The true rebel does not act out of ignorance, okay? To be rebellious is to be able to step back and see the complete truth of the situation, regardless of if it's collective or if it's personal, okay? And the rebel goes against what everybody else would go along with, okay? So you can take that as you will. But again, the rebel does not act in ignorance. It sees the truth for all that it is, and it goes its own way. The rebel, forges its own path. And that's what you have to do in your own life, is you have to create your own path. If you continue to go along with what everybody says and everybody does, then guess what? You're going to be repeating the same patterns over and over again because you're trying to be just like everybody else, and you're not. Okay? You've always been told you're a free spirit? Yes, love that. Beautiful start. It's resonating? Good. We just got started, so I'm interested to see what happens next. All right, so let's get our overall tarot message. This is the divination book. This is a tarot divination book. It's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. I wrote this for you. It has every single tarot card in it with a reading attached, okay? They're all in it, direct and reverse. All of these readings are designed for you to be that rebel, to take your power back and to go your own way, okay? So you saw me knock on it, right? Because I'm getting rid of the energy from the last time it was used. Now we're going to use our energy centers of our palms. We're going to connect to the book. We're going to slow down and focus our intention. Nice deep breaths. And we're going to ask the book, what is our overall tarot message for this week? What is our overall tarot message for this week? And then you just turn instinctively to a page, okay? Or intuitively. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Now, we had the Seven of Wands on Saturday, and if y'all remember me talking about that, I was telling you how the Seven of Wands is, you have a lot of things coming at you, maybe some unexpected obstacles, but you have the upper hand. Well, here it's in reverse. So let's see what it wants to tell you, okay? Now, this book is designed for you to use it every day, but we're going to read this for the week. So I'm going to change some of the verbiage to fit for the week. It says, today you drew the Seven of Wands reversed. Take a deep breath. Whatever tasks, responsibilities, or emotions you face this week may feel overwhelming, sometimes to the point where you don't know if you can get through it all. Boundaries needs to be your new favorite word. Standing securely in who you are and where your boundaries lie is the way to overcome weeks like this. Also, I still have more to go, but the Seven of Wands, think of it as the week like you have so many things you feel like you have to get done, and you're worried that you're not going to be able to get everything done or everything accomplished. Like everything's just coming at you. And it's telling you, slow down, take your power back, and you're going to be just fine. It says, remember, a goddess delegates because she knows it's not her responsibility to take everything on herself. A goddess also knows her worth and that boundaries maintain her sense of self and security. Just like the blessing of the Unseen, it's telling you, say no to things that don't align. If you're putting too much on your plate because you feel like people are expecting you to do all these things, you have the power to say no, okay? We all have tough days now and then. Don't let this one get you down. You can overcome anything. It's all in how you choose to view and approach each situation. You've got this, okay? So that's the overall energy. It can feel like, especially when we have, we have Mercury moving into Venus, which is like ooey gooey flowy energy. Mercury's not flowing into Venus. Hello. Venus is going into Pisces. So like I was saying, the ooey gooey type of energy. Then we have Saturn going into Aries, which is like, get it together. Okay, so it's a lot of shifts and changes happening this month that are revolutionary energies. So for you, you can be feeling that energy throughout the week, and it can feel like it's personal, it can feel like it's collective, it can feel like both, right? So it's telling you, take a step back, practice the pause, say no to what you need to say no to, say yes to what you feel is aligned, and know that you have the ability to get through the week no matter what obstacles come up, okay? All right. So y'all are going to choose the deck that I use. YouTube, you're going to vote in the comments. TikTok, you're going to wait until I put the poll up, okay? So number 1, Light Seers Tarot, or number 2, the Gilded Tarot, okay? Let's see. All right, so TikTok, you're going to vote right up there in that little blue clipboard, okay? You have about a minute. Update on the date. I had Saturday. There was no date that happened. He ghosted me on Friday night. Rude. Oh, well, that was nice. So my sisters came over and I gave them readings and they took me to dinner. Very nice. Very nice. See, the universe just saved you from wasted time. So 1 or 2. TikTok, you got to vote up here. YouTube, you vote in the comments. So 2s are getting it so far. 1 or 2. Can y'all hear the birds? So excited. We have such lovely weather happening lately. And I'm concerned because we get false spring and then we get slammed with winter as its last like debut as we move into spring. Oh, Jennifer, I'm happy for you. She said, update on my date this weekend. I think I found a really good one. Good for you. So 1 or 2. All right, the poll's over. Let's see. That went by fast. Oh, 2 got it. Okay. It's unanimous on YouTube and TikTok. It's kind of cold and some snow coming with a freezing snow mix. Oh man. Well, here in Texas, it is like a lovely spring. So sorry, I don't want to rub it in your face. It's just really nice to have such beautiful weather. East Coast is still in the single digits. Yeah, man. See, after Christmas is over, I'm done with winter. Like, I want it to snow on Christmas and before Christmas. After that, bring on spring and summer. Let me get these shuffled for you. One more. And the number of the, I forgot to go over the numerology of the blessing. So the blessing is number 2. Excuse me. And as we know in numerology, if you come to these sessions often enough, you hear me talk about number 2 because it shows up a lot because it's all about balance. It's that feminine energy. And that feminine energy protects her peace. She protects her flow and her balance within herself by setting boundaries, by saying no to things that don't align, and by really deciding what is best for her and being unapologetic about it. So all right, let's see. Like I said, this week I'm going to read Monday through Friday because I'm going to start doing it differently from now on, just for recording purposes of the recap videos. It'll make it easier for me to get the videos out for y'all. So yeah, this week I'll do Monday through Friday, and then Friday I will do Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And we're gonna start doing it that way, okay? Thank you, Denise. All right, let's see. What are our messages for each day, Monday through Friday this week? I'm gonna pull one card to represent each day, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, for today, wow, they're trying to come out. Oh, for today we have the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is the boss, right? The Emperor is in charge over his empire. He's ruled by Mars. So this is about doing what is necessary for the greater good of yourself and the collective, maybe, okay? So this is very strong energy. This is a major arcana. Now we have the overall energy of the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is a lot of things coming at you and feeling a bit insecure about, can you handle it or not? The Emperor can, okay? He knows how to delegate. He knows when to take action. He gets advice from people that maybe know more than he does on certain subjects. Like, he knows exactly what to do. He knows that he's the boss. He knows that he can determine if he wants to move forward on something or not. Like, if he wants to keep going this way or if he wants to tear it all down. Because remember, he's ruled by Mars, and Mars doesn't play, right? It can be constructive or destructive. So very strong energy today. There might be an important decision that you make today. You might have a meeting with a masculine figure. Maybe you're going for an interview. Maybe you're meeting like to network, something like that. So you might hear from a powerful or somebody that you feel like is powerful, and you might have some sort of, like I said, meeting or interview or something like that today. And with it being upright, is telling you that this person is in a good energy, okay? All right. Also, with the Emperor being number 4, it's about safety and security, okay? Practicality, things that are happening in your 3D life, not necessarily your spiritual life. Does that make sense? So we're dealing with more of the physical today than spiritual, okay? Let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow we have strength in reverse, okay? So tomorrow we have, like I said, Venus going into Pisces. We have another planetary movement. Now, when we are on the opposite side of Venus, you know, every planet has this, you know, positive and not so positive type of energy or trait, right? So Venus loves the finer things in life. It loves love. It loves luxury. It, you know, like I said, all that ooey gooey stuff. Well, when it moves, you can start to feel this shift happen because it's moving into Pisces. And sometimes you can get a little delulu about this Venus energy, because strength, when it's direct, it's about being in charge of your ego, not being afraid to step into your power and really taming that fear. But when we have it in reverse and we have the planets moving like they are, it can put us in a place of the ego. When Venus is not in such a good vibration, where when it's affecting us in a certain way, it can put us in that ego of, oh, well, I have to keep up with the Joneses. I have to do this and this and that. Otherwise, I'm not worthy. And you start going into fear mode. Okay. So for tomorrow, it's all about taking your power back by stepping back, practicing the pause, take a deep breath, relax. And if there's something that happens that you're afraid that maybe you're going to get some sort of backlash, or you're scared to step out onto this new path by making the decision to maybe say no to something, pull in the strength card. You can pull in that energy and say, universe, please give me the strength needed in order to move forward in what's best, you know, for my alignment. Okay. We'll see what else comes out. We'll let that marinate for a minute. And that's number 8. Okay. So 8 is that karmic energy. 8 is personal power. So you might feel like you don't have the personal power on Tuesday, but you can always take it back. Okay? You are not stuck. You're not being punished. You have free will to take that power back and take a stand for whatever you feel is right for you. Okay? 8 is also connected to your personal finances. So watch your spending, but again, don't let that Venus energy cause you to make a purchase that you really can't afford. Okay, let's look at Wednesday. Wednesday, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Holy cow. Okay. So when the Ace of Cups is in reverse, there is maybe, I'm gonna give you a few ways to look at this, okay? When the Ace of Cups is in reverse, it can indicate a loss of personal peace, a need to focus on your personal peace and filling your own cup, okay? If you are, it's not great for the dating scene if you have a date scheduled for Wednesday. It can also indicate that if you've been waiting for something to come in, like something fulfilling to come in, I know it is getting closer to Valentine's Day. It might take some extra time for this to evolve or for this to show up, okay? Because it doesn't mean that love is lost. This is a new opportunity, okay? This is not like 10 of Cups energy. This is a new opportunity. So when it's in reverse, it's saying, hey, it's been put on hold for a reason. You might not know the reason, but it might be put on hold for today, okay? It might be another week or more, okay? But don't let the whole Valentine's Day thing determine your worth, okay? It's just a cheesy holiday, okay? So anyway, but on Wednesday, focus on filling your own cup, doing something nice for yourself, focusing on your own personal peace, not waiting around for someone to determine your worth. And if something is delayed, give the universe gratitude that it's delayed, because that means either it's recalibrating or something else needs to come in instead. And so we give the universe gratitude, say, okay, thank you. Just like Marla was talking about, her date ghosted her. And thank you, universe, for not wasting my time. Okay? All right, let's look at Thursday. Thursday we have, the Six of Cups, much better energy. So the Six of Cups talks about nostalgia. So this is good nostalgia. This is, we're looking back to the past. Maybe we meet up with an old friend or a sibling or just somebody that we really looked at in a good light from the past. Maybe we're just having maybe we hear like a song that we haven't heard in forever and it brings back memories, okay? It's just a really good energy of nostalgia and nice emotional flow between you and others, because it's six. Six is nurturing, it is love, it is harmony, it is responsibility, okay? So there might be a responsibility that you have for another person, or you feel like you're responsible for that person, and you do something nice for them, or you get together, okay? Let's look at Friday. Oh, Friday we have the moon. Interesting, because it's Friday the 13th, and we have Saturn going into Aries. So there are, we look at the moon talks about things that are hidden. It's about focusing on the subconscious. So this is a great day for you to go within, because we do have Saturn moving into Aries. Aries is the I am, right? So for you, this would be revolutionary of who you are from the inside out, okay? This is you really focusing on who do you want to be now? What path do you want to take now? Because again, we have the blessing of the Unseelie, which is the rebel. This is you. I mean, gosh, we have 3 major arcana this week. This is you really feeling that energy of Saturn moving into Aries, because Aries is a play. Aries is a very strong energy. It is ruled by Mars, just like we're talking about here with the Emperor. It is ruled by Mars, and that can definitely be rebellious type of energy, but it's not like this energy here. The rebellious energy is not destructive. It is constructive in a way to where maybe you are deconstructing things in your life or ways that you put yourself out there, but it's not, again, it's not in a foolish way, right? Remember, the rebel is smart. The rebel is intelligent. The rebel can see the entire truth, and that's why they choose to go this other way. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is that making sense? Look, underneath we have the King of Cups, okay? The King of Cups energy is the one that loves to flow, loves to go with the flow of the universe. It understands. He's really tapped in psychically and spiritually, because he's got one foot on the earth, one foot in the water. Like he's in touch. He gets it. And he takes action on the things that inspire him and the things that he's been wishing and hoping for. Okay? It does make sense? Good. Let's get some oracle and see what else we need to know. Yeah, Thursday would be a great time to get together with friends and loved ones and to just enjoy each other. Today is a great day for you making boss moves, big, bold moves. Tomorrow, don't let the ego get the better of you, because there might be a situation to where something triggers you and that ego wants to snap. Think of the lion backed up into a corner, right? It's going to attack because it's afraid and it feels like it has nowhere to go, right? So when you're looking at this as an energy for the day, it could be something happens which would normally trigger you and is telling you, practice the pause. Don't let that trigger you. You're in control here. You know, the best thing you can do whenever somebody is trying to trigger you or something maybe on social media is trying to trigger you, the best thing you can do is stay calm. Okay? I know a lot of people think it's better to scream and yell and do all those things. I mean, by all means, if you feel like you have to do that, it's your life. But the most powerful thing you can do is stay calm, set the boundary, and do whatever's necessary for your highest good. It does tick them off. And then Wednesday, again, there might be something that happens to where you feel like it's a minor arcana. So it's like just little details throughout the day. And it's trying to remind you to make decisions that are filling your cup instead of draining your cup. There might be where it just feels maybe there's a collective unrest, or you're picking up other people's emotions and telling you, come back to center, fill your cup, focus on your own personal peace, and that will radiate out, okay? Let's see what else we need to know. All right, we have adjacent possibilities in reverse, okay? So when this is in reverse, it talks about being distracted by everything else and losing focus on what's going on right here. Because when it's direct, you can see, I'll try to show both y'all at the same time. We're looking straight here at this door. This is our focus here. But when it's in reverse, we're distracted. We have all these things going on, which symbolizes the Seven of Wands, right? Seven of Wands is like, I have all this energy, all these things going on, and sometimes I feel like I can't breathe. Sometimes I feel like I'm not going to be able to accomplish everything. And this is reminding you to focus. What is your focus? One thing at a time. What is the most important to you right now, this week? That's all you need to focus on is this week. What is the most important for you? Okay? Because when you get distracted by things, which there are a lot of things in this world to be distracted by, okay? When you're distracted, you lose your focus, you get down in the dumps, and there goes that spiral, okay? I've been debating a scope I have to have done during the eclipse on Chinese New Year. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can check to see if that's a good day to have a medical procedure. So with that card being number 24, there's that 2 again. I told you the 2 shows up a lot here. So 2 is we're out of balance because we feel like we have so much going on, all this energy coming at us. And 4 represents the physical world, okay? But it also represents thinking logically, feeling, when it's in reverse, it's feeling unsafe or unsecure. So when we put it together, it's 6. 6 is your responsibility to bring everything back into harmony for yourself, okay? Because you're refocusing on your priorities. It's pretty cool how you can get a whole scenario or whatever out of 2 numbers, right? That's numerology for you. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know this week? storm fields in reverse. It's better in reverse. Let's read it. It's number 9. Now is not the time to engage in any activity that brings unwanted chaos or drama in your life. See? Saying no to things, really focusing on your peace. And again, we have these planetary movements happening. So some people are going to be on edge because they don't understand it, right? Not everybody's tapped into astrology. Not everybody believes in it, right? So we have to be understanding of how it can affect the people around us and how it can affect us. This kind of storm can be destructive and you'll regret your actions later. Hurtful words will be carried on the wind and bring a tornado of betrayal, anger, and unnecessary angst. Find shelter. This turbulent weather will pass and your house will remain untouched. Say no to drama. Wait till the storm blows over and only then will you be heard. Okay? So again, it's telling you, don't get into any unnecessary crap. Right? You are the rebel. You're not going to get sucked into somebody else's drama because you are focusing on your spiritual connection. You're focusing on your path. You're focusing on your growth, all of that, protecting your peace and understanding that the people around us can only see life through their own lens. And if they're criticizing us or coming at us, then you just say, you know what? I see that you feel this way. I get it. That's fine. That's your opinion, but doesn't resonate with me, doesn't work for me. So you can keep it to yourself or, we're just not going to be able to talk anymore. And you stay calm. You don't get sucked into people's drama. Yeah, lay low. And I keep seeing this, see the eye right there? I keep seeing that eye, and when it's in reverse, it makes me think that the eye is closed, right? So it's like you need to open your eyes to ways that you're allowing your sense of peace to be siphoned, or you're doing it to yourself. So you need to open your eyes and wake up and realize how you're draining your own cup and your own self-worth. How you need to be filling that cup, and then you can share it with people without draining yourself. Okay? All right, let's see what else. We have lovers, okay? We are heading up to, we do have Venus going into Pisces. We're heading up to Valentine's Day on Saturday, right? So there might be also an issue between you and another person that you deeply care for. With this being, excuse me, with this being a general collective Tarotscope, this is you and another person that you care about. There could be some sort of issue, but there could be something really great that comes out of it. Okay, it's not all destructive. It's telling you maybe somebody says something to you about another person that you care about, and it's asking you, are you going to get sucked into that drama? Are you going to believe this about the person that you know? What is real to you? It could be that maybe at some point, I don't feel like there's major opportunities to meet somebody new, but I do feel like there is a focus on bringing in this romance, right? Because he is hiding underneath the deck. We have the King of Cups, right? He is the one who takes action. He is the one who shoots his shot, all of this, but he's underneath the deck. He's not here yet, okay? So if you're putting all of your energy and your self-worth on Valentine's Day because you don't have a date or whatever, like, don't. It's not worth it. It's really not worth just going on a date to go on a date just to say that you have a date for Valentine's Day. I'm hoping we're over that, but I know there are people that put a lot of weight on these holidays, and it's not healthy. Fly low and avoid the radar. Love for ourselves. Yeah, absolutely. All right, what else do we need to know this week? Crystal of Clarity. I love these cards. It says Crystal of Clarity, illuminating your path with openness and insight, readying yourself for a newfound understanding of content. I like that, especially when we have Saturn going into Aries, right? That revolutionary energy. It says seek clarity, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. That's why I always tell y'all to look at what is. Don't look at what you hope to be true about a relationship or a career or something going on within yourself. Look at what is true, because then you're bringing awareness to it and you can make pivots, okay? Let's get our spirit animal for the week. And the Lovers is number 15, so it's something changes within yourself, right? Maybe you're going to choose to focus on finding somebody. Maybe if you're in a relationship, something shifts and changes within you that shifts and changes within the relationship. And we bring it together as six. It is your responsibility that if the situation is not harmonious, if you're not really jiving together anymore, then you have to do what is necessary for yourself and for the highest good. I feel like that involves clients too. Yeah? Mm-hmm. All right. What is our spirit animal for this week? Ooh, we have squirrel, always prepared. Look how cute. It says, you are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you all that you need. I mean, you guys, that is like, it's been beaten into our brain over and over and over. Every reading that we have is telling you, you have to have a plan. You have to communicate your plan to the universe. Otherwise, you're just stuck on this hamster wheel and you are living out your negative predictions. But the reason why is because you haven't made a solid plan. You haven't taken steps towards that. I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm talking about if you're feeling stuck, you have to actually take the step. You have to actually do something new to experience something new. Okay? The universe is not going to just plop it down in your lap and do it for you. That there would be no point in life if that happened. Everybody would be so lazy. I mean, lots of people are lazy, but you understand what I'm saying? You have to take the steps. You have to make the bold moves. You have to, I saw a video the other day where it was talking about how you essentially, if you want to be successful, if you really want this new life that you've been dreaming of, you have to burn the bridge to the old one. And it's true. I've done that and it worked. Still working, right? So you have to kind of remove that safety net. Remember how I was talking last weekend about how we have our old life right here. Our new life is over here. In between, we have this tether that's trying to pull us to the new life, but we're holding on for dear life, trying to bring everything that feels known and comfortable to us to the new life, but it can't. It doesn't, the frequencies don't match up. It doesn't work. You have to let go so you can flow more easily into the new energy. My opinion is that the overall message is to relearn to love and improve ourselves. I think that's fantastic. Yep, I think that's a great interpretation, especially since we have this energy of Saturn moving into Aries, because Saturn is asking you, how do you feel about yourself? Because again, Aries rules the house of the I am. Saturn is asking, are you doing the work to love yourself? Are you doing the work to improve yourself? If not, it's going to suck. If you are, then Saturn rewards your progress and the work that you're doing and the focus that you're doing. Okay? So yes, you're absolutely right. So true. When I was rejected, it hurt my ego. I felt like texting my ex, but I didn't want to reopen that door. Oh, good for you, girl. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. And that's the thing. Whenever something doesn't work out, we do get in our ego, for sure. And we need that ego stroke, which is why you were thinking of possibly texting your ex. You didn't really want to go back to him, but you wanted that ego stroke. You wanted to feel validated, and you almost sought it externally, but you finally realized, it's me, right? So good for you. All right, what else do we need to know this week? We have hammer. I was just talking about hard work. Saturn. This is Saturn type of energy. Saturn type of energy. But also remember, like I was talking about the Emperor with Mars, Mars can be constructive or destructive, right? The hammer can build or destroy. You decide. Says hard work, working things out, building something, trying to fix things. Okay? If you're in, also if you have this relationship that is going through some issues here with the Lovers showing up in the Kipper deck, there could be, like I said, there could be a situation that arises to where something shifts within you or something shifts within them, and it's causing some sort of turbulence within their relationship, and you have to decide, are we able to come together and fix this, or is this the final reveal of what is? And I'm starting to finally believe it, okay? Do you love yourself enough to go to war for it when you have to? Yeah. War with ourselves to get to the other shore, burn the ships. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's why they say fortune favors the brave, because it's very scary to burn that bridge or that connection to the old you, to the old life, and not really have a clear idea of where you're going for the duration, right? You have a plan, you have a goal, right? You've communicated it to the universe and all of that, but we don't know exactly how that's going to turn out. But when you see it as an adventure and you stay consistent and you put your blinders on and you go forward, that's when you really start to experience that radical change and the radical opportunities and the abundance and all of that, because that's all you have is to move forward. You can't stay back in that old life because you burnt that bridge. So yeah, let's get our money message. Hey, Jamie. Thank you for stopping by. All right, what is our money message for this week? Ooh, we have patience. Not my favorite word, but important. There's 3 ways to resonate. Number 1, divine timing is at hand. It will require having faith while you are shown the way. You may feel tired and out of balance. The universe is forcing you to rest and recover. That's why it's telling you with this 7 of Wands in reverse and all this energy, it's telling you, yeah, it's kind of a time to lay low and allow these shifts to happen and allow yourself to calibrate to the new energy. And again, you're going to be asked to go within, to reflect on what's going on within you internally, to really shine light on how you've been moving since you've started your awakening journey, or what have you really been doing, because Saturn's going to be like, hey, show me, and again, if you haven't been doing any work, if you've been just kind of watching videos and talking about it, that's not the work, right? But if you've been actually taking steps and really evolving and really trying to improve yourself and love yourself and heal and all those wonderful things, Saturn is like, hey, job well done. Here's your reward. Okay. Number 3, money may be slow in coming in or unsatisfied with your finances. Why? Because if we have this energy of Like I said, Venus is moving into Pisces. If you're on the part where you're in fear mode, you're in lack mode and all of that, it can negatively affect you to where you're like, well, I just don't have enough money. I don't have this, this, and that. I'm broke. And you keep speaking all these negative spells over yourself. Well, the universe has to prove you right and make it true. So you have to decide, am I lack or am I abundance? And that has to be your decision. There's no going back. Okay? Let's do this one. Stay. I had the box sitting on the book and it was sliding down. All right, what else do we need to know this week? What time is it? Oh, we're way early. Look at that, butterflies. Number 5, transformation, change, evolution. But what does a butterfly have to do? Completely dissolve, and then it comes back together as a butterfly. Or the caterpillar has to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like burning that bridge, you know, that connection or that tether to the old self, to the old life, and saying, okay, I'm going for it, 100% full throttle, and they become a butterfly. And the butterfly knows instinctively how to do this because it's natural, because it understands that it must change. It's time to change. It's time to evolve. So when you finally get to that point, that's when you become the butterfly. But again, it has to be more than just talking about it. It has to be more than just watching videos, talking about it, dabbling here and there. No, you have to go full send, full force. There's a lot of spiritual people on these apps and everywhere that claim to be spiritual, that claim to be awakened, and they are anything but. Because all they do is talk about it. They maybe have a practice that they do, but they're not walking the walk. They are just talking the talk. And you have to discern who's who, and then you have to decide who you're going to be. Are you going to full send and step into this evolution, this initiation, or are you just going to be one of those who just talks about it? Okay? What else? Let's do the Moonology. Just like coming to these sessions every week, twice a week, it's great, right? To keep you tapped into your spiritual self, into your journey. But if this is all you're doing, then it's not enough. And I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your rear end telling you that it is enough, because it's not. You have to actually do the things. And if that offends you, then okay. All right, what else do we need to know this week? Oh, there we go. Your commitment is being tested. Hello, Saturn. And like I was just talking about, your commitment to yourself and your growth. Look, people got off when I said that. That's funny. On TikTok, they didn't like that. Your commitment is being tested. Saturn is asking you, what are you committed to? Are you committed to lack? Are you committed to staying stuck? Are you committed to toxicity? Or are you committed to your growth, to your abundance, to your healing, to your spiritual self? It could be also a relationship. Like I said, for some of you, there might be a situation with a relationship, and it's asking you, what are you committed to? How is the relationship evolving? Is it in harmony, or are you just existing together? You have to decide what's what and then make your move. Yeah, truth. The only thing that can hurt us in this life. That's why I tell people, you can ask the universe for the truth, and the universe will give you the truth, but you need to be very prepared to hear and see the truth. Like, you have to be ready to have everything stripped away, or it might be something very positive, but you have to be prepared either way. Ooh, I like this. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Maybe you can write that down right quick. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Write that down if you can. And then examine what that thing is, excuse me, or that experience is that you would like to have. And ask yourself, is this egotistical or is it spiritual, like for my highest good? Health, do you mean good health? Because health can be bad health or good health. You have to be specific with the universe, because they don't get it unless you're specific. So we want to say good health. Let's look at the back. It says, burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today's soul action, or you can look at it as this week's soul action. Go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. Yeah. Choose what makes you happy and do that. As long as you are not hurting yourself or anybody else, it's not a big deal. Doesn't matter. Okay? If somebody gets mad at it, that you're doing whatever makes you happy and you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, then that's just their opinion. And they can keep it. No more type 1 diabetes. Yeah, that's tough. I totally understand not remembering normal. With I have a chronic condition, and I've told like my mom and friends, I was like, I don't know what it feels like to have a day without pain. You know, so I understand not understanding or not remembering what normal feels like. It's pretty crazy. All right, what else do we need to know this week? This deck is so thick. Ooh, we got number 11, manifestation and thoughts. Choose your thoughts well. Whether you believe it or not, they always create your reality. That's what I was trying to tell you, is the universe, it's not that it doesn't care, but it doesn't care. It's like whatever you ask, it's like your magic genie lamp. Whatever you ask, whatever you focus on, whatever you talk about the most, your wish is my command, you know? So it's telling you, we're talking about good health, and we want to talk about being abundant, being healthy, being happy, being joyful, all the wonderful high vibrational words. That's what we want to focus on. You know, like I said, I have this chronic condition which causes a lot of pain, but I don't sit here and harp on it. I try to do things to relieve the pain. I do some research on what can help and this and that, and I have a plan that I want to do. So I'm doing things. I'm not harping on it and letting it really just ruin my life. I'm stubborn like that. I refuse to let that happen. Even though there's some days where it's like it can really get you down. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, dis-ease. All right, let's get our crystal for the week. Ooh, we have opal. Look how pretty. Intuition, imagination. Oh, and look, transformation. Opal sparkles with the magic of possibilities, reflecting your inner beauty and encouraging you to embrace your true self. Kind of like Saturn going into Aries, embracing your true self, embracing the I am. Allow its iridescent energy to enhance your creativity and bring emotional healing as you navigate the ever-changing flow of life. Love it. So opal is your crystal for the week. Oh, I gotta verify myself. There we go. Oh, all right now. All right, what time is it? Yeah, okay. All right, this is the part of the reading where if you are sensitive and you get offended easily. Okay, I was making sure it wasn't. It has an extra card in here and I need to just remove it because it'll drive me crazy. Oh, I was talking about the person who created the deck. Cool. All right. So again, if you get offended easily, it's time to scroll away or stop the replay. These next two decks that I'm going to use are colorful in their language. And yeah, if that offends you, then this isn't for you. All right, so let's see. Oh, that was too many. Oh, that's awesome. My kiddo will have a piece of opal jewelry I'm giving her for her 16th next month. Nice. All right, all right. Let's see. What is our message for this week? Oh, that's funny. Okay, so it did want to be heard. This is the one, there was one behind it that fell into my lap. And that's how it happens. So if a card wants to be heard, it will be heard. It just fell into my lap and now it just appeared again. It says, pencil it into your schedule. The power of serenity now. I guess I should have read that part first. The power of serenity now. Pencil it into your schedule. So that makes sense why it needed to be heard, because that's what we're talking about, is your own personal peace. How do you bring about serenity in your own life? Because if you can't do it in your own life, you're not going to experience it within your relationships. Okay? I'll read the second one too because it came out with it. It says, chop wood, chop wood, carry vodka. Cheers to enjoying life. You're welcome. Chop wood, carry vodka. Now, obviously, it's not telling you to, hey, go get drunk. That's where you're going to find your serenity. It's just making a joke about cheersing and finding that serenity and enjoying life for once. Okay? What if you allowed yourself to finally enjoy life? What if you just did it this week? That's all you need to focus on is this week, and you find ways to find your own personal peace. You allow yourself to say no to things that don't align. You say yes to the things that do. You're unapologetic about it. You focus on your peace and reflecting within to figure out, okay, how am I transforming? Am I actually transforming, or am I just talking about it and thinking about it? What am I actually doing? What are the steps that I'm taking for this transformation? Who do I want to be? If I had a judge of my life, what would I say? Could I tell them that, yeah, this is what I'm working on. This is what I'm doing. This is my commitment. Or have you not made any commitments yet? Or have you made commitments, but you've faltered on them? It's time to get back on the horse, okay? And it's not to put in the fear of judgment in you. It's just giving you a way to view it, okay? All right. This is another deck, again, that has colorful language. So if you don't like it, keep scrolling. That was me last summer looking for firewood. You're welcome. Whoa, okay. Getting a little jumpy with these ones too. All right, what is our message for this week? What is our message for this week? You are talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. It truly says that, so I'm showing you. But yeah, you are talented and fucking amazing. Right? Why are you hiding? You know, in that movie, The Holiday, where he tells her, you're a leading lady, but for some reason you're acting like the supporting actress. And that's what you have to think about in your own life. Like, are you the leading character, or are you making everybody else around you the leading character of your life? And it's not to fuel the ego. It's not narcissism. It's consideration for yourself and realizing that this is your journey too. Yeah, other people are having their life experience, but so are you. Why are you not putting your energy and effort into having the absolute best experience that you can have? Because you're only on this earth for this lifetime for a short amount of time. Why are you staying in the same place? Why are you staying in miserable careers? Why are you staying in miserable relationships? Why are you not focusing on your health? Financial health? Like, what can you do to make this the best experience you could create? And that way, when you get to the end of this life, you don't have any regrets. Y'all have heard me talk about having to get over my severe stage fright so I could be the singer, the professional singer that I've always wanted to be. And it was because I did not want to have that regret. I knew that if I got to the end of my life and I had not worked through that fear and gotten to sing on stage, I would have been so mad at myself. I would have been so disappointed in myself. And think about all the people that don't do anything with their lives. I mean, that's their choice, but wouldn't it be amazing to say, you know what? I filled it up. I did everything that I possibly could. I had all the experiences that I wanted to, and I'm satisfied. Wouldn't that be great? So, all right. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you back here Friday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Like I said, we're going to go over Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're kind of shifting it a day just so I can get the recording, the daily Tarotscope reminders or recaps for you done and out in time. Okay? So yeah, I hope this is a wonderful week for you. If you missed everything else, the replay will be on YouTube. If you need anything, if you would like to work with me, there are many ways that you can work with me. Take the assessment. It takes 2 minutes and it shows you your archetype and how we can work together. Okay? If you want the divination book, it is down. TikTok is linked in the bio. YouTube, it is down in the description. It's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. You can find it on Amazon. And I think that's it, really. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you Friday morning. Mwah. Love y'all.